Welcome. I am Crimey Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, it's the channel where we have fun with words and numbers. Okay, now this is all about numerology, and then we also make references to scriptures. In the King James Bible, Genesis of chapter 1, that's where we're at. We have been there for a while because, of course, you can understand that a book that has been so phenomenal in the creation or the evolution of mankind, let's put it this way, we can understand the impact of it. That's why we are still in Genesis. Okay, now I had touched on a sensitive subject about black-white equation of entrapment. Now that had been a subject, of course, that had been close to my heart. And of course, for some time, I thought, well, it just stay on the back burner and simmer away and perhaps come into nothingness. But no, it's amazing how things just come and slap you in the face. And that's what has happened now with us being in Genesis. You can't really get away from things because everything is a cycle, and these cyclical motions, sometimes if we're not careful, they knock us over, and of course then we have more effort to apply to deal with them. Now I don't really like to have to take that route, so basically I prefer to sort of think, okay, I'm being empowered enough, and then like a bull, which I am as a Taurus, that I can, okay, say, I can tolerate this for a while, but you know what? After a while, I've got to charge in or change in rather. So this black-white equation of entrapment is that, of course, it is with the focus to finding solutions. Now, I believe that this is going to be a very serious topic. It is a serious topic. I'm hoping not to look at it in a way that of course it is controversial, but to the extent that now I am not seeing it as black against white. It's really as functions. I am looking at these two aspects of our functions because we all get blackouts now and again, when there is no electricity in your home, even if there are a great percentage of people who are more likely to experience those blackouts, we are still considering or taking into consideration that it is not just a black thing. Okay, so on my board you would see black and white, and of course I had yellow as well, because yellow is meant to give us light, to find balance in this that we are doing. Yellow is the one who balls out. In fact, I'm glad to be able to do these again. These three colors, they all, of course, they all equal the number 11. The black is 11 directly 11 when we add all the numerical values of these letters together, and we see that white is 29, likewise is yellow 29. My argument, let's put it, and we're going to use the word argument here, had been that there had been the structures and the constructs of our world have put black in a bracket that really shows that they are underprivileged, that they have in different spheres of all existence. Now, particularly when the L, which is the first letter, the mother god Eve, the said God of Genesis, had spoken when she says, "Let there be light." And in case you are new to this subject, I've got few presentations on that. we are looking at the other side of the coin, and I am so guided to do that. So yell is the one who screams and who, of course, who cries. And when yell cries and screams, because because black has felt lack because of being hit, so we can see these here. So black tend to feel lack because being hit, particularly when the L is taken away, then on the back, gets hit on the back. Now I am just looking at this aspect of all of this. I have seen that there are positive, very, very strong positive ways of counterbalancing these elements within us, within our makeup. And it's perhaps, in my opinion, I think it would require to make up a very good change would be like God had changed the name of Abraham to Abraham and Sarah to Sarai. I think the ethnicity background ought to perhaps reconsider how, in what context people are being labeled, whether they are black or whether, so to be seen carrying the same function, but give a name that carries more positivity. Now, when I say positivity, black, of course, or the word, even the word back has in it, would be because the word be is the thing that has put everyone in that trouble as well. Because B, while it has, which equals 13, so it equals 13, and going back to the story of Christ, of course, Christ had to come to agreement with his disciples, and then in that agreement, it's like you could imagine they becoming equal, because agreement is about equality. And so they have the equal sign here, and they create a bond. So in essence, this is the story, or this format is what, this equation of agreement is what have been used to entrap people's minds, families, ideas, gifts, resources, nations, and so on. And the list can go on. So we see that it is perhaps high time we either educate people about this, find a way that story that we were told, which of course we find out now, the story of Christ is really, Christ was a mother, you could say. His story was telling a story of Mother Eve. And I have enough evidence on the scriptural basis of the same Bible that we are given. So if we were taught the scriptures on a certain way that did not serve us, it's the same scriptures right now we can use in a way that serves us. I always used to hear the people in St. Lucia used to say something like, you know, it's not very nice because I don't really like the idea of the analogy, but let's just get the gist of, or the juice. I prefer to say the juice. When they say, well, you know, the same stick that hits the black dog is the same stick that hits the white dog. Or they had this thing. So you can see how far and deep that that thing would go in the psyche. Of course, dog backwards, spelled backward, is God. So maybe they were saying much more there than I fully understood at the time. So basically, I am saying that the same Bible that has been used in some way that has used, or principles or stories that has been used to manipulate, we want the other side to that story right now. We want the side that tells us about the goddess, the GODDESS, the two serpents, We want the story that explains Mother Eve is here. She is the serpent and she is the snake. Today, people want to argue whether the serpent is the snake or the serpent is not the snake. It is both Mother Eve. And we want to accept the story that when the Creator, or the God that had done the blessing in the Bible, where I have seen it, seen. Remember, we are told that we are sinners. There's the sinners. We are told that we are this sin, but they are not telling us that we are this sin. And that's what we need to remember, because that sin has 3 5s behind it, which explains that it is Mother Eve. 3 5s of 15, and that puts us in the middle spectrum. In the middle spectrum here of the new place where the same Bible have told us when you are in Christ, you are a new creature. So it takes us here in this new state, and it also tells us that, of course, to open our eye, because Matthew, which is the first book of the New Testament, and I think it is also in chapter 9 of Matthew, if I'm right about this. I think it is, because I remember thinking there's something very strange about this, and where he says, Christ said, well, if thine eye be single, then thy whole body be light. So with light, so basically we are being focused here with an eye here to lead us into the mouth of Mother Eve, into going up to the two nostrils, which I believe is comparable with the 2 parts where the serum goes up the spinal cord. So we can see how the things are related, of course, to open the third eye, and of course the third eye is the pineal gland, or the kundalini, and so on. So there we are talking about, let's see what the goddess is. I have not done the numerical value for goddess, but I was doing a presentation and I realized that, wow, I could just see the 2 Ds. So basically when I saw the 2 Ds, I was seeing a whole. That's what I was seeing. And I remember this because it seemed like, as I mentioned, Santos Bonacci had something like, it's like the equator. So something to that. And of course I did that in school. So it's like Mother Eve is the scene, is like it's requiring us to look at the 2 Ds. So the goddess, because she is a goddess of language, and she is a goddess of speech and voice and all of those things, she has her attribute like this, because she is clever. We are told she's cunning. So basically she's expecting us to follow after her kind and be as wise as she is, because she has given us the key. Key is 5. She has given us a home. Home is 5. She has given us a house. She has given us the lock. She has given us everything. And this is why she said, behold, I have given you every, meaning the word every has in it her signature, EVERY. That's Mother Eve's signature. She says, I have given you every fruit bearing seed after its kind. Every fruit that bears seed after its kind, meaning everything you do has in it a seed, because she has given you of herself. 1 1. So let's add this up. Don't know if you can see this, because I'm not really seeing the screen so well myself. I'm just going on and hoping that you can see everything here. I probably need to change. Well, okay, maybe it's better further. Okay, so 1 1 and plus 5 is 7, and 10 is 17, and 17, and 4 would be 31, plus 7 would be 38. So that is a master number, 11. Now, isn't that the master number for Jesus, the word Jesus, which is what I have been saying? I have been saying the goddess. And she has the two S's. So the two S's is really the snake being erect. Oh, okay. And the two S's and the number 11, let's see where that shows here as well. 51331. So for the word Jesus, we have here, so this is 1 plus 5, 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And of course, that is our 2 feet, because that is the 911 again, because the number 11, this is the thing, the number 11 equals 9, of course. 9, the number 11, when we do the word 11, which I have done, it equals 9. Now, when we do the word feet, it's nice to be able to relate those things to our body parts. And this is 6. So this is 10, 16, 17, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. The feet is 9. The hand is 9. So we have three nines here, and your head is also 9. So that's 4 nines are 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. This is where we are talking about numerology. Numerology right here. This is what we are talking about, numbers from 1. Oh, I'm missing my numbers on there. I thought something looked a little bit odd. Okay, so we're going to do something different because, and yes, so this is the numbers. I have been making references, not realizing. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do this, okay, because I do want you to see this. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was hoping to have the board looking. So there we are. So we have the 1 here, and we have the numbers 1 to 9. So that's what we are talking about. And of course, we can see we have water here. Oh, water. Why have I got 11 here? Okay. Oh, I was doing some other mathematical equation right here. Okay, that's my brain. So basically I was talking about black-white entrapment, but I wanted to do a list of words because I tend to go, this is what I mean about doing things intuitively, so I tend to go with how I'm guided at the time. So we have yellow here, so this would be like a 2-in-1, buy one get one free. Okay, so what I thought was that the letter A somehow is, because of course these they both have five letters. Black has 5 letters, white has 5 letters. The middle letter for black is A. Oh my, I just got it. I just got it. And the middle letter for, I think I might have said it before, but not really get it. And the middle letter for white is I. We are talking about artificial intelligence. The thing that has been happening has been, oh my, this is more serious than I thought. Art, and it's got the word art. artificial, CIAL, intelligence, all the eyes. That means that we are going to be bombarded with eyes. Intelligence. That is, and I had been wondering, why is Mother God, Mother Spirit, Mother Eve, Mother of Source, Mother Waters have been beckoning me to do this subject, which I had, as I say, put on the back burner and not wanting to really say much about it, but feeling now that I really have to say something. I am feeling that my light is just hoping that you can see what I'm saying. I'm going to bring this to a close on this presentation and do another presentation to cover this subject, because this of course I think it would be beneficial all around. Okay, so I thank you for watching, and of course do join me again, because I'm going to have something that will on my heading show the artificial intelligence, and as I have done, Sophia, already as well, in this context too, not touch so much on that, but I had done. So it looks like I have more to do on this subject than I thought. I was hoping to have brought this to a close, but do join me again. Thank you for watching. Namaste.